And now, from Shenango Valley Studios, coming to you live, one of the most talked about shows in the Shenango Valley, because it's the only show in the Shenango Valley. Your host, Sean Zippi with The Zip Code. Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks, and thank you to Andrew Gary for that wonderful intro that he made a few weeks ago. I appreciate that, Andrew, and thank you to him for doing that for us. Everyone, if you ever have any music or multimedia needs, see that guy. Does great work, an incredible musician as well. Folks, we got an amazing show for you tonight. We got none other than Yohan Blake joining us on the show. So also, if you need any merch, you can see us and you can message us. We will send you some merch. Derek Work did a heck of a job on the shirt design, and Bally Silkscreen did a heck of a job making those shirts for us, so I appreciate that. But guys, let's not waste any time. We got Yohan Blake on the show. Let's get him on here. Let's get on the zip code here. Yohan Blake.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
There he is. Yohan, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. Sorry I'm so late, you know.
Hey, not a problem. You know, it's Jamaican time, right? It's island time.
Yeah. When we say 7, we mean like 7:30.
Hey, I like that. Now listen, I got to tell you something. I wore my Jamaican colors tonight.
I love it. The first time when I signed on, I see the green and gold and black. I said yes. I love it. I love it so much.
Now, I mean, the silly thing is this coat is actually like a velvet coat. I think it's an old woman's jacket, but I found it at a store one time, and I said, you know what? I got to get that. It was cheap, and it's just a nice velvet green coat. Goes with the yellow.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the Jamaican colors are where it's at, man.
Yeah, I love it. I probably have to send you a proper Jamaican shirt.
Okay, well, we'll get to that later. But folks,
Definitely.
we got Yohan Blake on the show tonight. Has multiple gold medals, multiple silver medals. He's a world champion. He's one of the only people ever to beat Usain Bolt in a race. This guy right here on the zip code, you're looking at him. So, Yohan, thanks for coming on the zip code, man. We appreciate your time.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me. I was looking forward for this all week.
All week. I like to hear that. So folks, if you have any questions for Yohan, you can put them in the chat. We will try to get to them as much as we can. But Yohan, I'm going to give you a little template here of the show. We're going to go over some things about your training career. We're going to talk about your fascination with cricket, and we're going to get to your diet. We're going to get to your gold medals, your Olympic experiences, and then at the end, we're going to talk a little bit about cool runnings. You know, we got to do that.
Okay, all right. That sounds good. Cool.
All right, so let's start with this. Obviously, you were training to go to Tokyo this summer, and you know that didn't happen. So I mean, does the training continue to 2021, and do you have to re-qualify?
Well, we haven't qualified as yet, but whatever you have done, it fast forward to next year. So I already qualify, but to qualify even more, I have to run at the trials, which everything put off until next year. We have to rerun everything.
So you have to rerun everything. There's no guarantee that you will be in Tokyo for 2021. You have to do all the trials again.
You have to do all the trials again, and you have to go back over every race again to qualify, to get yourself in shape, to get yourself ready for the Tokyo.
Now, what exactly is the qualification to get to Tokyo? Is it a time, or do you just have to be one of the top runners in Jamaica?
Well, with times I am already qualified, but to go to Tokyo, you have to run at the trials and to be in the top 4 to go to Tokyo.
Okay, so besides you, how many guys in Jamaica will be trying to qualify?
You have good amount. Like 10 to 12 or more guys in Jamaica that are going to really try for it, and also some person that live that did live in Jamaica but live overseas right now that will flew down for the trials. So it will be competitive. It's always competitive, and I always look forward for competitiveness.
Absolutely. And you'll be trying to qualify in the 100 and the 200, or just the 100?
I'm still thinking about if I'm going to run the 200. I'm still thinking about it. So I'm not sure as yet.
So you currently have a coach, or you're training by yourself?
Yeah, man, I have two really good coach. Gregory Little, he used to run as well, and also Michael Freighter. He run on every world record team that I run on. So he's part of my technical coaching staff now. We have Mushet, also a part of the coaching staff. So we're building our club, which is called the Titans in Jamaica. It's going to be one of the ultimate club that we're starting in Jamaica. So everybody who wants to get better, I'm saying it from now, the Titans, you can fly to Jamaica. We're going to train. We're going to change the way we train.
Hey, you heard it right here, folks. If you want to get in the best shape of your life and be one of the fastest people in the world, just like this guy right here, pulling
Yes,
the second fastest time in the 100-meter dash and the 200-meter dash, go to Jamaica. You can fly to Jamaica and train with this guy and his
I'm sure.
coach, Coach Little, and become one of the fastest guys in the world. Is it that simple?
It's that simple to say, but hard to do because it comes with a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice.
I love it. And with that, we're going to get to a couple questions. We had a bunch of questions that people sent in. Yohan, I want to thank Sheets.
Of course.
Sheets is a store in the United States. It's a gas station, but it also has any food you could possibly want, and they're a sponsor for the show. So I want to thank them. I also want to thank Adidas and then Richard Mill, your sponsors, for allowing you to
Definitely.
come on, correct?
Definitely. I wouldn't know. Come on, without bigging up them, of course.
So let's get to one of the questions that somebody sent in. The first question was, when did you first know that you were extremely fast?
Ah, in Jamaica, when you know you're extremely fast, I grew up in the country, so I normally run down goat, cows, um, before we go to school. So I am running and I am staying with this goat. And I'm saying, no, man. Somebody said, this guy is really fast. But I didn't pay it any mind. And then I used to train on the road, running down the cars because I want to get faster for sports day. So that's why I used to train myself. And from then, I know I have a lot of speed.
Wow. So you used to run down goats, and you realized that you were sticking with the goats.
Yeah,
So
I'm saying, no. I'm looking at the goat and say, I'm catching you today. You know? Yeah.
so basically, it's grassroots, man.
You're right, it's grassroots. That's where it all started from. Majority, I would say 99% of the athletes in Jamaica, Usain Bolt, Warren Weir, and all those other athletes, we come from the country, the deep, deep country. That's where it all started. Poverty make us want to come out for more. It make us don't want to sit down. It make us want to go there and work for it, and that help us to push ourselves.
So the culture within that, knowing that you came from the country with you and Bolt and the other guys, are you guys all still to this day very close knit, or do you have rivals within the country?
Um, there's always rival, but on the track it's rival, but off the track, we live different. There's we live different off the track. If we see each other, we probably live like 20 or 10 minutes away from each other because Jamaica is very small and everybody live in the same area. But if we see everybody have their private life and live their life, who not having babies, not married, and so yeah.
Yeah, so it's all different. I think one interesting question that was also sent in was, when you look at a sprinter like yourself, what percentage do you feel is pure natural ability versus, okay, I am the hardest working sprinter in the whole entire world? What percent do you think is natural ability versus hard working / training?
To be honest, I train with with the fastest man, not just on planet Earth, but on the universe, in the universe, which is Usain Bolt, and he's so gifted. He worked hard, but You don't have to work as hard to run fast. And when I'm in training with Usain, you have to, definitely we are toe to toe. We are at it in training. We're running side by side. We are very competitive in training. But he's very talented. Listen, Usain Bolt wasn't training for the 100-meter world record, but he broke it. But for me, I am talented, but I still have to work as twice as hard to stay with Usain Bolt. When Usain Bolt is sleeping, this is one of the secrets that you tell me I can tell that no one know about me. When Usain Bolt is sleeping, I am up at 2 working. Or am I going to stay with Usain Bolt? Those big stride. What am I going to do to conquer that stride? I have to be in the gym at night asking the guy to leave it open for me so I can work on that.
Wow. So while Usain is sleeping,
I am working.
You're training.
I'm training.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Folks, if you have any questions for Yohan Blake, we are here with a gold medalist, a world champion, has multiple silver medals. And I don't know if many people know this about you, Yohan, but you have the fastest 100-meter dash in the second portion of the 200-meter dash ever.
Listen, all right. On that note, on the day after 1926, I was sick. I did have the flu. And I was there with Usain Bolt, and he said to me, listen, Johan, all right, I want you to take it very easy on the corner. I didn't like to run the 200. And he said, okay, take it very easy on the turn and then fly home. So I said, okay. And I just decided, listen, I'm not feeling well. I'm just going to go in the blocks and just do what I can. But I'm going to tell you this. When I come off that turn, I feel a power. I just run. I just run. I just feel a power come over me. And I just flew. I feel like I wasn't touching the ground at all. If I didn't knew I was going to run that fast, I'd probably get out more on the turn.
Wow. So, folks, if you have no idea what we're talking about right now, we're talking about Yohan's fastest 200-meter dash ever, where in reality, if you take away reaction time, it would be the world record. It would be the fastest 200-meter dash ever in the history. He would pass Bolt. He would be the fastest. The reaction time was a tad bit slow. So when they talk about the reaction time, was that one of your slowest reaction times in a race, or was it just what it was?
It is my slowest reaction in the race. It is. After that, I said, listen, I'm not going to react any slower because this can cost me some medals or some world record. So after that, I tried to get out.
No, but knowing that, though, I mean, look what happened to Bolt in some races as well, where he got disqualified in the one world championship. I mean, you only get one try, right? I mean, you don't get a restart.
You don't get a restart. And that's the thing. You have to be on point at each time and be very focused because you train 18 months just for that one false start for you to out. So it's crazy.
Yeah, somebody just commented without injuries, Yohan would have both of those records. I mean,
Definitely.
injuries it's a part of human nature. You know, I mean, it is what it is.
It's a part of human nature, but to be honest, the standard is very high in the sprint. I know I could have done it, both 100 and 200, because training with one of the fastest men in the universe shows me what I can do, and you know what I can do. So every time in training, we're toe to toe. What he's doing, I'm doing.
Yeah. Now, little side note, Yohan. Do you think that when you had the braids instead of the shaved head, I mean, do you think that could be hundreds of seconds right there, man?
I don't know. When I was young, I come out of high school. I was young and I was vibrant. You know, full of stamina, and I just love the hairstyle, and I just go with the flow. So I didn't really think about that.
I love it, man. I think before I cut my hair, I think I'm going to get the cornrows like you had. I had them before. I had them 10 years ago. I'm going to bring them back for maybe like a week. I'm going to take them out, and then I'm going to donate the hair, and then maybe I'll just shave it all like you, man.
Yeah, you know, some young boy style.
There you go. Yeah. So, folks, we're here with Yohan Blake, second fastest man ever, not just in the world right now, ever in the 100 and the 200. He's a Jamaican sprinter. He's going to try to make it to Tokyo next year in the 2021 Summer Olympics. He's been super gracious to join us here on the Zip Code. Also, shout out to Jeff Lynn for making this connection. I appreciate you, brother Jeff.
Yeah, big up, Jeff.
So, Yohan, let's get to this. I'm just going to go over some stats here with you. I want the viewers and the listeners to hear this. So, in 2011, you won the World Championship, and 2012, you go to London. You win 2 silvers in the 100 meter and the 200 meter, and you win 1 gold in the 4x1, which was the world record for the 4x1. Nesta Carter, Michael Frater, Yohan Blake, and Usain Bolt, 36.84 in the 4x1. And then in 2016, you go to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. You win another gold on the 4x1. So you have 2 golds and 2 silvers. And you're going to try to do something special in the 2021 Olympics as a 31-year-old, correct?
Yeah, not going to try, going to do.
Going to do. I love it. I love it. Now, if you when you do medal at the 2021 games in the summer, will that put you with some of the oldest people to medal, or have there been some sprinters that were older than that?
Well, Justin Gatlin is older than that.
Very true. Gatlin, right here from the U.S.
Yeah. So I don't think I will be because he's older.
Yeah, you're correct about Gatlin. I forgot about Gatlin.
Yes.
About Gatlin. And I'm not sure how old. I'm not sure how Gay was either. How old Gay was?
Oh, Gay was I think he was like 30, 31, 32.
Okay, so you're right there. You're right there. So and he has a 9.69 as well.
Yes, he has a 9.69 as well. But he ran it with a plus breeze. I run mine into a minus breeze.
Right. So by all measures, you technically have the second fastest time.
Definitely.
Yep. Correct. And folks, if you don't understand that, whenever the race was going on, Yohan actually had a breeze that was coming at him. So it was actually impeding him. When the Gay ran the same time at 9.69, he was actually running with the wind, so it was helping him, if you don't understand that. So technically, Yohan Blake is the second fastest ever. Let's get to another question here, Yohan. It says, have any other sports ever tried to recruit you for any of their teams?
Definitely cricket.
Cricket,
yeah, cricket, and also the American football, the NFL.
Yeah, who contacted you from the NFL? I'm very curious about that.
It was a long time ago. I wouldn't remember. It was from the Jaguars.
Okay, and they wanted you to play running back, or what did they want you to play?
I'm not sure. They just wanted me to come at tryouts and see what I can do. But I was afraid of being with the concussion to my head and those hitting. I'm afraid of that.
I don't blame you at all, man. I don't blame you. It's a dangerous sport. And with that, do you think once your sprinting career is over, do you think you will try to play another sport? Are you just going to hang everything up?
I will try to play. Not going to try. I'm going to play some cricket. But what I really want to do is the kids are the future. And there's a lot of kids reaching out to me around the world that want to do something with their life. They want to do track and field or whatever sport. I just want to lend my service. I want to travel to different countries and help build athletics or whichever sport. So that is part of my dream, starting here in Jamaica.
So you're passionate about helping the younger kids as well that currently look up to you, and you'd like to do that immediately.
Yeah, man, definitely. And right now I've started my YouTube channel, which I'm helping a lot of kids around the world getting better. Tomorrow I'm going to have an analyst Thursday that I'm going to analyze all the kids' races and do it live for them. So I'm changing the game with that.
That's good stuff, man. And with that, I think we had a question about let's see here. Okay, so now as far as after sprinting, now are you going to go? Do you think you'll go into just coaching specifically for track and field, or just all sports?
No, I'm very versatile in all sports: NBA, football, NFL. Well, afraid of the NFL, but I try to learn everything. In my spare time, I like to do a lot of reading about every sport, and also I want to do as many sports as I can, but mainly for track and field because it's very hard in the track and field world, and you have to be really talented to even try to make a earning or a living from track and field because it's a very minute circle that is running fast, and they will pay to run when you're running times.
So talking about training and talking about your website, can you share with the viewers the website that you have?
Oh, my website is the Yohan Blake TV, and my YouTube channel, and also I have my new supplement line coming out, which we're going to call the Beast Supplement. This supplement will change your life. This supplement will make you freak out.
Is it a protein supplement, or what kind of supplement is it?
It's all different kind of amino acid, protein, for the younger kids that is trying to build up, So I'm in it. I learned it, and I see what necessary. Food, food alone is not going to help your body. You need something that's going to reach your bloodstream or your blood or to your vessels them fast enough so you can train properly when you're on that track.
Gotcha. Folks, we're here with Yohan Blake, gold medalist. Thank you, Sheets. Sheets Run and Done. Also, thank you to Yohan sponsors, Richard Mill and Adidas. And now, do you wear the watch, the Richard Mill watch while you run, Yohan?
Definitely, I do. They make it especially for me to wear when I'm running. It's very light, and it's very different though because at night when you're sleeping, they can hear it ticking because it's a mechanism that you screwed and you wind it like every time, and you can hear it ticking in your ears. It's very cool. It's very different and cool. Everyone loves it.
So it's like a little bit of a metronome, like you just get that ticking in your ear, it puts you to sleep.
Yeah, definitely. For me, because on the track, I can hear it ticking as well, and when I'm sleeping, it just have me on the go, on the move.
So let's switch gears here a little bit. Let's talk about what in the world you're actually thinking at the starting line when you're getting down. I mean, usually before the race, I mean, people know this. Usually you give one of these. Now, which exemplifies what?
The beast. Like when, to tell you the truth, 2012 when I do the beast, I was watching a lot. I'm a big fan of Michael Jackson. He helped me to change my life, to give back to kids. But I was watching the Thriller, and I see Michael Jackson was. So I said, okay, I need to do this in the 100-meter finals because I know Usain going to come with the I see him practicing the Queen wave. So I said, I need to find something to top that. And I said, okay, I sit down and Michael Jackson just popped up. And I just seen, and I said, okay. And then I just get the beast from that.
So where did you get the nickname the Beast?
One of the greatest sprinter of all time, Usain Bolt. I was training with him out of high school, and he said to me, "Yohan, man, you're the beast, man. You can't tired. You're damn. I keep him going. I keep him on his toes." And he called me the beast. From that day, I get the name from him.
So when did you and Usain first meet each other?
I was in high school, and I went to London to run into a race with Tyson Gay at a very young age. And I got injured, and Usain come to me and say, you need to know what you want, and you need to know where you're going, and you need to know what you want to do. And from that day, when he said those words to me, I keep on thinking, and it changed all my perspective of how I look at life and training. So
really, I mean, you and Bolt, you guys have been training together then most of your life. Is that correct?
You could say that from I joined the club with him from 2008, and from then we work together.
Wow. So we're gonna talk a little about training here, folks. We're here with Yohan Blake. Question was, how important is the upper body strength during lifting, and what do you do to ensure that your body is getting proper rest / what is your recovery routine? So start with the upper body strength during lifting question, because obviously you are a beast.
All right, it's just like a car. You need something to push you. The upper body is um is is the driving force that you use to get the momentum of your feet. So the arms have to be really strong, but at the same time, you can't be too bulky because muscle is very heavy. So carrying a very heavy muscle, you can do strength training, but not for bulk. When I'm doing training, I do two set of threes, so I don't try to get too bulky. The reason why they see people think I'm bulky is because of the TV and my body. If I push too hard, it will swollen. It will get big very fast. So I have to be controlled, and I have to be control of the weight that I'm lifting. So I don't lift very heavy. I lift like 245, 1, 2, 3, very fast to get my upper body strength. And also a lot of plyometrics, pushing and pulling up ball, slamming to get my upper body strength. So when I'm in the blocks, when I drive, my drive must put me 2 foot, two push ahead of everyone.
So really, a lot of your strength and the reason why people think you're a bigger guy. I mean, a lot of that is just natural. Then you're not really training to get big at all.
No, I'm not training. You can't. You're not training. You're not training to get big. You're not training to get big.
You think on TV it makes you look bigger?
Definitely, TV give you an extra 10 pounds. Definitely.
So the TV is giving you an extra 10 pounds of muscle then?
Yeah, it definitely. Everywhere I go, people say, "Oh, you're not that big." I said, "No, man. The TV give you an extra 10 pounds. I'm very small."
I think I would agree with that. I grew up watching Tiger Woods golf, and then the first time I actually saw Tiger Woods, in a match, I thought, you know what, he's big, but he's not as big as the TV makes him look.
Yeah, you're right. So it doesn't. It doesn't at all. So for everyone, I'm very tiny.
Let's talk about your rest and recovery then. I mean, you obviously train a ton. What do you do to ensure proper rest?
Okay, I don't like to sleep. My body is different. I don't like to sleep, and every time my coach always tell me I need to get 8 hours worth of sleep. For me, I get like 5 hours worth of sleep. But I still feel great. I still feel great, and I don't like to sleep in the day. But I use a lot of energy food, and I do a lot of drips as well to keep my body intact and staying firm. So I don't like to sleep. I don't.
Let's ask you this. A question popped up about Jamaicans in general, and I think it is a good question. What part of Jamaica and personality of a lot of Jamaicans is just a laid back, fun, easygoing personality? Where does that come from? Just the small island?
Yeah, just a small island, and I think they always say we're little but we're taller. We're very fun and laid back at times. And we love to be seen. We love to create a scene, and that's why I make us Jamaica people. That's why I love my people. That's why I would never live anywhere else, because in Jamaica, it's so vibesy, it's so full of life and full of fun, and you can get to do anything that you want. Not say I get away with everything with the law, but we get to have fun.
I love it. So what is one thing that we should do if we ever travel to Jamaica?
Jerk chicken, Duns River Beach, Duns River, the beaches. There's so much. The island is so different. One day you should come and definitely I will take you around.
Sounds good, man. We got last question about training. Let's talk about multiple questions. Yohan, how much do you bench press? So here we go. I mean, do you bench press at all?
Yeah, bench press, but I don't bench press a lot. I bench press 245. I don't try to lift for over that. I'm going to lift for muscles, so I just try to lift for strength and power.
Now, with the bar, you're doing a lot with dumbbells.
With the bars, with the 45 bars and 245 on each side.
Folks, we're here with Yohan Blake, gold medalist, training right now for the 2021 Olympic Games in Tokyo. Thank you to Sheets. Yohan, let's talk about this. Your personal best in the 100-meter dash, 9.69. You did that in Switzerland, August 23rd, 2012. and then your best 200 meter, 19.26. You did that in Brussels, and that was September 16th, 2011. Have you ever beat those just in practice or other time trials?
I mean, normally in training, you don't run a normal event like the 100 meter or the 200 meter in time trial. Normally, you run like a 250 or a 110. So I never really actually go for it in training, no.
So let's first start then with that 100-meter dash where you ran the 9.69 in Switzerland. Can you recall anything that was just different in that race in 2012?
Yeah, it was my coach said to me after I came second in the 100 meter in London. My coach said to me, "Rubbish, I just win a medal." I said, you did foolishness in that race." And then he said to me, we go to training, and he said, "This is what I want you to run." And when I did that and I run the 9.69, he said, "You almost did what I told you to." So that's rubbish. Because he know I can go faster than the 9.69. Because in training, you say in London, you say around 9.63. And I should have been around that time as well. And part of my potential comes after the race when I run 9.69. You know I can go 9.59 or 9.6 flat if I did keep my head.
Which would be the world record, which Usain has, correct? Well, I guess is the world record 9.58?
9.58, yeah. That not a boy time.
So this year, I mean, well, let's talk about 2021 for the Olympics. You guys have a good chance in the 4x1 as well?
Well, I think Jamaica 4x1 team has been struggling, but we have some athlete that is coming up. One of them I just messaged just now. Givens is I know he's watching. He's a very talented athlete as well, and also Taekwondo Tracy, Julian Fort, Romario, this guy from Calabar. We have some youngsters coming through as well, Yohan Minzy. So I'm hoping they can come forward and we can put a wonderful team together. So there's potential.
Now, do some of these guys you just named, do they already train with you?
Yeah, I train with Givens before, but not everyone. Some train in different camps in Jamaica.
Gotcha. Folks are here with Yohan Blake. Any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. There's hundreds of questions. We're trying to get to them as best we can. So I'm sorry if we haven't got to your question. Let's talk about some sponsorship. Part of my job here, Yohan, is to try to give viewers and listeners some things that they don't already know of, maybe like a backstory or some things that they're not familiar with or they don't hear on the athletes talk about. So let's talk a little about sponsorship. When did sponsors start to come to you and say, "Hey, we want to sponsor you"? Like, when did Adidas come to you? When did Richard Mille come to you? And did you have a bunch of other brands, maybe Nike, Puma, etc., all come to you at the same time, maybe like 2009, 2010? When was that?
I think I was with Adidas my whole life from 2006. They have been a part of my life, part of everything. They have never left my side. So I'm very grateful for them. I think we want to do a lifetime sponsor after track and field and do some work for them as well. But the door started opening 2011 after win that 100 meter. When every door I touch start to open. Sometime I walk to the door, it will even open for me. So I said, "Yes, God, it's the right time." So in I would say 2011, every door started to open for me. All the sponsors start to come in.
Now, for an Olympian, a lot of times is most of the money being made as a track athlete through sponsorships, or are there other ways as well?
Once you're running, well, a lot of it are through sponsorship, but also when you get appearances, running appearances, once as you have the medals, once as you're running the fast times, you can get well paid. That's what I'm saying. It's very hard for track and field with who is not running fast and who is not in the top eight when it comes to the 200-meter finals.
Folks, heard Yohan Blake. We're going to get to the next segment of the show. Yohan, this is a fun segment. It's called the rapid fire round, and it's a crowd favorite. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a bunch of random questions, very simple questions, and if you could just answer them as fast as possible, it helps the viewers get to know you better. Very simple questions. So Here we go. Yohan Blake, the rapid fire on the zip code, second fastest man ever on the zip code, folks. So here we go. Favorite food?
Favorite food? Dumpling and ackee and chicken.
Childhood hero?
Michael Jackson.
Favorite vacation spot?
With my girlfriend Laura, St. Lucia.
Favorite Olympic moment?
2012. 1, 2, 3.
One sport you're bad at?
Huh?
One sport you're bad at?
Basketball.
Mornings or nights?
Night.
Book or a movie?
Movie. I watch 8 movies every day.
We'll get to that. When Yohan Blake is not training, he's doing what?
Encouraging other people. Playing cricket.
Favorite animal?
God. I don't like animals, but I would say a monkey.
I'm with you there. I'm not the biggest animal fan either. Favorite professional sports team in any sport?
West Indies. Cricket.
Favorite type of music?
I love all music. Sorry. No favorites.
What is one thing most people don't know about Yohan Blake?
I can sing.
How many hours of sleep do you get each night?
5 hours.
Favorite holiday?
Labor Day.
Favorite meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Breakfast.
Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Fruits or vegetables?
Fruits.
Which do you prefer, wearing gym clothes or wearing a fresh, tailored suit?
Gym clothes.
When was the last time you ate dessert?
Today.
Favorite drink besides water?
Gatorade.
Favorite time of the year?
Christmas.
Last time you signed an autograph?
This morning.
And the most important question, where will the zip code be in 5 years? Where will this show be in 5 years?
The next Olympics.
I like that. And with that, Yohan Blake, you are off the rapid fire round of the zip code. Now, wait, you watch a movie every day?
Yes, I watch 8 movies.
Every day?
I used to watch like 10. But no, I have a girlfriend now. I have to cut it down. I'll spend some time with her.
So I mean, what kind of movies are you watching? Just any types of movies, or you got a list of the greatest movies ever?
No, I watched any type of movies because I love to relate, and also I want to do movies as well. So I'm thinking about going in the movie industry. So yeah, every type of movie. I'm familiar with every kind: Western, love, romance, horror, and all those other movies.
So when you're done sprinting, you think you may become an actor or producer?
I'm a very good actor, I would say. Yeah, I wouldn't like to produce, but I would love to act. Yeah, definitely.
Wow, you got some ambition, man. I love it.
Oh, I love Kung Fu. Thank you, Tevon. I love Kung Fu. I love every night before bed, I watch a Kung Fu movie, Wu-Tang. Some of the best Kung Fu. Enough people don't know this about me, but it put me to bed. Kung Fu movies.
Kung Fu movies put Yohan Blake to bed.
Yes.
Love it. Love it. And you had dessert today.
Yeah, but banana bread. My girlfriend brought two home for me, so I couldn't say no.
So really, what is your diet like while you train? Is it all over the place, or is it very regimented?
No, it's very regimented because you can't sprint. You can't sprint with food that is lazy to the body. You have to pick, choose, and refuse. So I will have it like every 2 weeks. I will have like a dessert or something or to break my cycle. But I'm very strict when it comes on to my food, not trying to feel heavy while I'm training.
So repeat that. You said you have to do something, refuse, and choose. What was that?
Oh, every 2 weeks I refuse and choose what I want to have for dessert. I
I
choose
like
whatever I want. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. We're gonna get to one question here that was just sent in. It's a very technical question, but he wanted to ask it. He said, "When I watch you race, your strides are not as long as they used to be. Is there fear in extending your strides as much as you used to?"
Well, definitely I got injured and my muscle came off my bone, and it have to be anchored with a aluminum. So it's not going to be as long as or I wanted it to or as before. So it kind of something that everybody don't know why Yohan Blake is running not the way he should be running. So because of that, it kind of hinder me not to press forward.
And that was a hamstring you had.
That was a hamstring injury that I had.
And how long was that recovery? Did you have surgery on it?
Yeah, I did. I did surgery on it. Um, I did I did a 5 hour surgery on it.
Mm. Hamstrings are tough.
It's very tough, but once as you know what you can do, I still came back and I'm still the top. I'm still in the top 5 in the world. So, and next year I'm going to be the top 1 in the world. So I'm not worried.
I love it. There's no excuses for Yohan Blake.
None.
You're going to see that in 2021, folks. So when you're getting ready for the Olympics, is there at a certain point before you actually travel to Tokyo where you'll start training differently?
Yeah, definitely. You have to like to climatize. You have to reach like 2 or 3 weeks before to be in Japan to get climatized to the condition. Roger, no bird for me, please. You have to be climatized to the condition of where you're going to run. So, and it's very technical and it's very different because sometimes when you're training, you can't breathe properly. You have, you have to get support of everything.
So when you go to Tokyo, how many weeks before the actual event will you be there?
Like 3 weeks or three weeks, we have to be there to get acclimatized.
Wow. Now, talk to us a little about the Olympics. What are some favorite things? I mean, you've experienced many Olympics so far in your career. So, what are some favorite things about the Olympics? Is it just being with all the other Olympians? Is it walking into that huge stadium and all the people with the Jamaican colors on your back? Is it the race? What is it?
It's everything. You wait every 4 years for to be in that moment with everyone around the world, every sports around the world. Not everybody can say they have been to an Olympics. One of the greatest, not one of the greatest, apart from World Cup, the greatest show on earth. I can say I have been in that circle. I have been around the greats of greats and been in that arena and I've won an Olympic medal. I am grateful. I have come up against some great kings of my lifetime, like Usain Bolt, Tyson Gay, Justin Gatlin, and I have done my fair share, and I've fought a good fight, and I'm still fighting right now, and I'm not finished as yet. Many probably say, okay, it's finished, but I'm just starting again. So the Olympics is everything you have dreamed of, and this is going to be my last Olympics because it's every 4 years, and I'm not going to do this until I'm 50. No, so it's different and it's amazing.
We got some questions about cool runnings. We're gonna get to that in a second, but I got one more question about the Olympics. Your first Olympics that you went to, was there an athlete from another country that you were kind of in awe of or you couldn't wait to meet?
Definitely me. I couldn't wait to meet me. There was just only me. But there are different athletes that I look up to as well, from the NBA, from lacrosse, from table tennis. You have some wonderful Chinese that's very good in table tennis, and also from Bobington, also from lawn tennis as well, Andy Murray, like Vukovic, Serena, and all those people. Definitely, yeah.
How's your table tennis game?
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad at all. I'm 4 out of 10.
How's your long tennis game?
I'm 1 out of 10. I'm 1 out of 10.
I love it. I love it. So let's get to another very important topic that we have to discuss with you. The movie Cool Runnings. Now, one of my favorite movies ever. I can probably rehearse to you 98% of every single line that is said in that movie.
Love that. Love that.
But I recently discovered that some of it was done for Hollywood and actually wasn't part of the true story. Now, do you actually know the original people that competed in those Calgary bobsled games?
No, I think I know one of them. Not all of them, but I think I know one of them. But as you say, I love that movie. Cool Runnings. It's a great, inspiring movie.
So let me ask you this: what are the chances that you're done sprinting, and then a couple years later, you're able to go to the Winter Olympics and compete in the 4-man and the 2-man bobsled event?
The training for me is days are done. My body has been through a lot.
So when you hang it up, you're not really looking to go back to the Olympics. That's it.
That's it. There's somebody else that have to go. There's a next kid I have to give a chance. No, that's it for me. I have to help someone else.
Except possibly for something in the cricket realm.
Definitely cricket. Definitely cricket, but no more running.
Now talk to us about cricket. Because I don't actually know too much about cricket being in the United States. Cricket over here is not big at all. Like nobody plays cricket. I don't know why. Maybe eventually it will. But it seems that in some countries it's the biggest sport. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's ranked one of the second high sports also in the world. I was looking at the stats from Shane one the other day, but I know you're probably not familiar with it. Like in Australia, England, the UAE, India, all those places, New Zealand, the Kiwis, South Africa is very big on that. So you probably don't know much about it, but it's a wonderful gentleman game like.
So there's a bunch of different positions, maybe just like baseball. Would that be comparable to that?
Yeah, definitely. It's somewhat similar, but in cricket you have gully, you have deep mid wicket, long off, long on, or thank you Tevon and Sri Lanka as well. You have slips. So not slip that you wear, but when you come Jamaica, I care for a game and we'll play and I will show you.
There you go. So but you, I've read some stuff that you could actually play professional cricket when you're done if you want to.
Definitely, I can, and I'm going to. I'm I'm really good at it. That's what I growing up playing. My father, Shirley Blake, used to use a card and tie me in front of the TV to watch cricket.
So you were tied in front of the TV to watch cricket as a young boy.
Definitely, I was tied in front of the TV to watch cricket. My track and field career started when I was 16. I started very late. If I did start from like age 12, like Usain, well, and those other guys, I think Usain started late as well. I would have been much better off right now. I started when I was 16 years of age.
Wow. Now, speaking of Bolt, did anything ever happen with his little soccer career that he tried to do after he was done sprinting?
If they didn't give him a fair chance, I think he would have done better. Because he said in Australia there was a lot of racism in Australia, so he didn't get a fair chance. So I think they should have given him. He has some talent. He have a good left foot.
Gotcha. Well, maybe he could be maybe he could kick in the National Football League in the NFL in America.
You might never know. Probably.
Never know. So, is one thing I learned from Cool Runnings is Kingston is the capital, correct?
Yeah.
And you guys do all of your time trials and qualifications in Kingston?
Definitely. Yeah. The national stadium is in Kingston.
So how many people actually turn out to the when you guys qualify for the Olympics? Is it packed?
Yeah, man. Me versus Usain Bolt, it was very packed. Man, everybody was buzzing. The stadium was like crazy. It was so impactful, man.
That would be a sight to see, and obviously, just I get chills sometimes when I go on YouTube and I watch some of those races against you and Bolt just in the Olympics. I mean, there's 70, 80,000 people there.
Yeah,
You can hear a pin drop, man, when that
yeah,
gun goes off.
that's true. That's true. It's really crazy, man. A lot of excitement.
What are you thinking right before the gun goes off? Are you thinking of anything, or is it just blank?
Sometimes I think about crazy stuff. Sometimes I'm there, I'm hungry. I said, Jesus, I have to finish this race to go and get some food. Or it's so crazy. I try to take my mind off the race, try to not put myself under pressure. And I just think about my mom down on the finishing line, waiting for me. So I try to reach home. So that's why I try to push myself in the race. I try to take my mind out of the race. So what coach told me, everything will fall in place. If I'm thinking about it, I'm going to do foolishness in the race. So I try to take my mind away from it and just run free.
Do you have any specific music that you listen to before every single race?
Yeah, I listen a lot of reggae, hip hop, also souls, different blues music as well. I like to mix it up. Soca.
Any weird like superstition that you do before every race?
No, I don't have any superstition at all. No, I don't have any.
So I asked you earlier in the rapid fire round about your favorite Olympic moment, and you said 1, 2, 3.
Definitely.
And that was in the 100-meter.
Well, Nathaniel. I love Vibes Cartel, of course, but they probably don't know this. It's someone I'm shouting out to. Big up yourself, Nathaniel. Yes, definitely the 1, 2, 3 it's never been done in the Olympics before, and for you to see your fellow competitor from the same country to do that, it have to be one of your favorite moments. Not even the world record come close to that.
Wow, that is unbelievable. 1, 2, 3 in the Olympics from Jamaica.
Jeff, tell me for you to speak, Patwa.
So, Yohan, I'm going to take this time real fast to just take a couple of questions from the audience here. We have one gentleman says, "We'd love for your support for the young children of Mount Olivet Boys Home. You'd definitely be recognized for that. So, just shout out to that." Obviously, you have many fans, Yohan. You have many fans. What is your current stride length? I run too, and I like my stride length I feel like my stride length is very short.
That's a very odd question. That's have to tell them to reach out to me on my Instagram and that, and I'll get back to them.
Folks, if you don't already, we'd appreciate if you follow the zip code, _zip code. We'd appreciate you following us. And obviously, Yohan, give him a follow. He has his own website and he has his own Yohan Blake TV as well. And Yohan, obviously, you're doing a lot of good stuff for young kids, which we appreciate, which a lot of your countrymen appreciate as well. But one of the questions was, what do you plan to do once you retire? What do you plan to do specifically for just track and field in Jamaica?
Well, what I want to do is that a lot of kids don't have the support, don't have the money, and it's very hard for me. They're very hard for them, and it's for me. As I said, we're starting the Titans, and we're getting all the sponsors, and we can put the kids them together, build homes. Like I'm building a boys' home right now in Mount Olivet, but I want to build a home for the track and field athlete, so they can stay there and we can cook for them and let them train and just enjoy what they want to do and what they love. So we are planning to do a big change in Jamaica.
Love to hear that. I think that it's crucial. It takes somebody like you that actually cares about the next generation, and it's cool to see that you actually care about the next generation. As you know, I'm 29 years old. You're gonna be 31. We're basically the same age.
No, I thought you were 40.
No, man, come on.
I thought you were 40. It's the beard. It's the beard.
Oh man, did you actually think I was 40?
To be honest, yes.
Hey, after this, I'm going to shave and I'm getting a haircut.
Yeah, man. But what I want to say, there's no money in track and field in Jamaica. If there is the money, I don't think the federation is using it for the kids, and they're not using it wisely. And if we can step away from that, I want to change that and just use my own money and just do all of that.
Yeah, and what I was going to say is I think it's cool that somebody at your age is already thinking about that. A lot of times people think about that way later in life, and they can't. And then once they do that, they can't relate to the kids. But
You're right about that.
You being in it already and being willing to do that while you're at the top, basically at the top of your sport, you willing to do that so early is huge for the next Jamaican sprinter coming up.
Yeah, man. I just think they're stepping away from all of that. But what I see changing in life now? When I was growing up, there was no iPad, there was no computer really for me to work with. I would just have to just go inside the house and play, go outside and play. Right now, the kids they have their iPad, they have their laptop, they have their cell phone. They sit and they get fat. You know, don't want to work out anymore, but they have to get up and go.
You're 100% right. Technology and being on your cell phone all day or watching TV all day isn't doing much for you. You got to get out there and experience the world.
No, you're right about that.
So we're gonna get to just a couple more questions here, Yohan, then we'll be done. Instagram kicks us off after an hour. So let's get to. Hey, one guy said, "Don't you dare cut your hair, Sean." So I'll think about that.
Yeah. Think about it.
One person says the kids love your support, Yohan. He called you a champ, which you are a champ, man. And here we go. Now, when you're training, are you going to a facility to train, or are you going like on the street and running hills? Like, are you? Because I've seen some videos of you, and you guys are doing things that are pretty crazy as far as your training regimen, and it's not because you have the world's best facility. You're out there on the street doing awesome things that are just like that anybody could do, really.
I want to tell people that you don't have to have the best, the biggest, and the big or better facility to be one of the fastest men in the world. We started here on just on grass track, a small gym called Spartan, and we changed the game. Asafa Powell, thank you, changed the game for us by staying in Jamaica and show them that we little but with Talawa can change the game, and that's what we do. So India, Sri Lanka, Asia, if you guys don't have the facility, create the resources around you to use. Use the hills, use the fields, use any resources that you have and make the best of it. And trust me, you will see where it puts you.
We got 1 minute left, Yohan, and then Instagram's going to kick us off. But I want to say, I think if I can wrap this whole interview up with you, I think at the end of the day, the message is, if you want something, go and get it. No excuses. You don't need the facilities. Go out and get it done. No excuses.
You're right about that. Go out and get it done, and that's what I have to do each and every day. Go out and get it done. I have no excuses. I wake up in the morning and I get up and go. I don't think twice.
So, folks, that's going to wrap it up here on the Zip Code. Listen, Yohan, you're going to get it done in 2021. We're going to be witnesses of it, man. I want to thank you so much for coming on the Zip Code. We're going to come film sometime in Jamaica. I'm telling you, man.
Definitely, definitely. I would love that.
And I'm gonna come. I'm gonna film some stuff, and I'm gonna get my nice Jamaican accent. Yeah, man, we're gonna come to Jamaica, man.
I love that, love that, love that, love
Hey,
that.
follow the zip code on Instagram. Follow Yohan Blake. Follow his training and get it done. No excuses, Yohan. Thanks for coming on the show. I love you, Shenango Valley. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Yohan.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. Bye.